What's up, YouTube? Lex DeVille here, and thought I would pop in, share a little update. It's been a while since I have posted any videos, and I know some people are getting kind of antsy about that sort of thing. So I thought I'd come in and say what's up, where I've been, talk about the world of freelancing, but only a little bit, and tell you where I'm going and why I haven't been posting any videos, stuff like that. So I guess we'll just dive right into it. I'm not going to throw up all the normal things, the subscribe down here and all that stuff, because to be totally honest, I'm probably not going to be making videos on this channel anymore. And the reason that is so is because I'm not freelancing anymore. I haven't freelanced in a long time. I haven't freelanced in probably close to 2 years, except for like some one-off stuff for some very specific people who I already knew and wanted some help, and I decided to help those people as a friend. But as far as freelancing on Upwork or any other freelance platform goes, or even outside of those places, I just haven't been doing it. And so I didn't really feel any need to post videos for freelancing because there's a lot of content already on YouTube here from me. I mean, there's probably 200 or 300 videos on this channel alone. And then there's also the content in my courses. And all of that content, most of it, a large portion of it, is designed to be evergreen, especially in my courses. Stuff that it's like fundamental principles of psychology applied to freelancing, and that stuff doesn't really change that much over time. So what I've already put out there is already good enough. It's going to keep getting people results. I still get people reaching out to me just about every day saying thank you for sharing this information. It really changed my life. It helped me get responses. It helped me make all of this money. And so for that reason, I just leave it out there. And I've left this channel open because there's still a lot of people coming here. People are still subscribing. They're still finding value in these videos, even to this day. And there's new comments coming in every day about that stuff. So I didn't feel a need to close the channel, and I didn't feel a need to shut it down or do anything like that. Since the stuff is still valuable, why not just leave it out there so people can continue to benefit from it going forward? Because even if the platforms change, even if Upwork falls by the wayside and some other platform rises, this stuff is still going to be applicable to those places. And so that's why I haven't been posting content regularly, though, is because I'm not freelancing anymore. And if you don't know me outside of YouTube, then you probably wouldn't know that I'm an entrepreneur first, that freelancing was never the goal for me. It was never the end-all, be-all. And I've always been someone who promoted the idea of using freelancing as the catalyst to get you to the next place, wherever that is that you're going. So if you're in a job and you hate your job, use freelancing to escape that job, to start to learn a little bit of self-reliance, and then to put yourself in a position to where you can maybe start a business or do something else that you want to do in life. For me, I use freelancing to make, how do I put this? I used it to build up something around myself that created enough income for me to start to put my focus into other business ideas. So I don't want to say just one business, because even though I have technically one business, the way I run my business is over the last several years, I've started building up these passive income systems. And those passive income systems have then built into their own full-time incomes that were completely separate from freelancing. So now I've escaped freelancing because I don't need it. Freelancing is trading time for pay. It's still kind of like being an employee in a lot of ways, because you still have to give up time for money. But now, with having built passive income systems, I don't really have to do that anymore, because I make money even when I sleep, and without sending proposals, without reaching out to clients, without trying to get people to buy stuff from me. Now I'm in a place where I just publish content that people want and say, hey, here's the content and here's the price. And you can buy it if you want, and if you don't, that's fine too. And that's how I earn a living now. So that is built up into several full-time incomes as passive income systems. Currently, I'm working, I guess you could almost call what I'm doing freelancing, but it's not freelance friendly for this channel because it is in the adult industry. So I've gone back to my roots, and some of you who are on the Fastlane forum, who are members over there, know what I've been up to specifically. But I'm building income systems in the adult industry now, and I've had businesses in the adult industry in the past. Those businesses, some of them were profitable, some of them not so much, but they all kind of just faded out. And now, this year, I decided, hey, I'm going to get back into this, get into the adult industry in a different way than I ever have before. And so that's what I've been doing, producing content for the adult industry. And making a good amount of money. I've been in there about a month now, and I'm up to my first, probably closing in on, I don't know, $300 or $400. I know I've made over $250 from last month, so coming up on maybe the first $350, $400, somewhere in that range. I can't really talk about that on this channel though, because it's not friendly for the channel. People won't, it'll just cause people to leave the channel who might otherwise get value from here. And it's a weird thing because it's like, as soon as I put this out there, as soon as I said, hey, I'm doing adult content, all of a sudden people were like, oh, you're not reputable anymore. You're not credible anymore. This makes you a less credible person because you have made this life choice. You've decided to do this thing. But I've never been one to care what other people think all that much, so I kind of give the middle finger to anyone who tells me what I should do or how I should do it or anything like that, and so that just makes me want to do adult content even more, and so that's what I've been doing. That's where all of my focus is. I'm on multiple websites. I've built a pretty sizable following on some of the top tube sites, and yeah, that's just what I've been up to. I don't think you'll find most YouTubers going that route. You won't find most entrepreneurs who have had success in other areas just saying, hey, screw all of that stuff. I'm just going to do this now. But it's my whole purpose in doing any of this, in doing freelancing and doing business and being an entrepreneur, was always to build something that would allow me to have the freedom to do whatever I want, no matter what that is. And part of that freedom is building up systems around yourself that give you the freedom to say, hey, even without other people on my side, I can still do what I want and I can still enjoy it. So even when everyone else, even when these other people will turn their back on you for what you're doing, like that to me is freedom, because I can say, you know what, if you don't like what I'm doing, hit the road. Like, there's the door. I don't care. I'm still doing what I want, and I don't need those other people to be on board with me to continue my progress and grow and make money and have fun and all of those things. So that's basically what's been up. But the content on this channel, the freelance content, is still valuable because I'm still getting messages daily from people who are saying that it helped them, that it made them a lot of money. And that goes true for my courses too. And that may be more true now than ever. I mean, you need a leg up with all the stuff that's been going on in the world, and a lot of people are working from home now. So you have more competition than ever, I guess. I mean, I don't consider it competition when you're doing your own thing, when you're creating value for people, but there is more people on the freelance platforms than ever before. And so you need ways to figure out how to create that value, how to stand out to clients. And that's kind of where my courses come in. Of course, that's same teachings that are on this channel, just more compacted and, put together in the courses. But for those of you who are wondering if I'm still alive, yes, I'm still alive. I'm quite well. I am in other business industries besides the adult industry. I've been building stuff. Well, I won't say what I'm building. That's over on the Fastlane forum. You can go find that if you're an insider. But I've been building stuff and selling on Etsy, and that's another business that is a little less passive, but it's more fun for me because it involves woodworking, and I get to use all these tools that I have. And so that one has started to become profitable as well. And so, again, another thing taking my attention away from freelancing. But I think that between myself and certain other content creators out here on YouTube, there are quite a few people who can tell you stuff about freelancing. And I don't know that going forward that I'm the best person to tell you that stuff, simply because I'm not keeping up with the platforms anymore. As far as Upwork is concerned, they keep trying to censor my channel, so I don't even want to promote them or talk about them anymore. They forced me to take down Ahmad's profile review that I did on the channel. It was a walkthrough. I step-by-step walked through it and said, here's what I would change. Upwork sent me a nasty message. They sent me legal letters saying that you need to take this down or else we're going to sue you. So, I mean, that's paraphrasing. That's not like word for word what they said. Don't sue me, Upwork, because that's just paraphrasing. Jesus. Fuck you, Upwork. I hate Upwork. And I won't be using Upwork's platform going forward. I won't be using any other freelance platforms going forward because I don't need those platforms anymore. And I think that should be your goal as well. If you are freelancing should not be, your goal should not be to enslave yourself at home. Your goal should not be to enslave yourself in a different way. If you came from employee world, glad you freed yourself from that. But if you put yourself into a different kind of slavery, especially a self-slavery, that's not a good place to be for most people. It's definitely not where I want to be. So I always think the goal is to grow beyond freelancing in whatever way you do that, whether that is through selling your own courses or that is through selling your own other content or products or ebooks, audiobooks, whatever those things may be, or even going into different industries as you have the financial capacity to branch out because you're making money through freelancing. Freelancing is just a catalyst. It is just a stepping stone along the way to get to the next level for you, whatever level that is. But for me, that next level is just enjoying life. I mean, I own my home and cars now. I live in a nice place where I don't have any crime issues here. It's a small town and it's friendly and I feel good about my life, and myself and my family just get to enjoy how things are, and I can go at my own pace. I can speed up and build a bigger business if I want, or I can just build more semi-passive income streams, which is what I've been working on lately, and that's turned into some things that are a nice part-time income. They're going to become full-time incomes. I've been doing it about a month. I expect they'll be at full-time income ranges within maybe 3 months max, and then going beyond that, maybe building up to six-figure levels and beyond. Yeah. I don't know. That's where things are. You can still follow the channel if you want to, but like I said, I'm not producing content here. I'm not going to be publishing new content here a whole lot. I'm publishing content on another YouTube channel, but I can't really tell you what that channel is because it would require me to reveal my adult content name. And I'm not ready to do that. I don't know that I will ever be ready to link those two names, my adult name or my porn star name, if you will, with my personal name. Maybe those things will never come out. Some of you will probably find me if you look around, and some of you have already found me because you've contacted me and told me that. So it's not like it's impossible to find me. If you're someone who browses those tube sites or any other place like that, you might come across me. You might see my face. You might recognize me and say, hey, isn't that Lex guy that's on YouTube who makes all the freelance content? Well, now I'm Lex the porn star, except Lex is not my name. At least not on there. I don't know. You guys can drop me some comments if you want. I may be a little bit slow to respond because I don't always get in and check the notifications now. There's just not much for me to do on this channel. I think that pretty much wraps up what I've been up to, where I've been, why I'm not publishing new content, why I'm not using stupid-ass Upwork anymore because I don't like what they're doing or how they do business anymore, and I don't care for the way that they treat people who are trying to help people to get ahead on their platform, which actually makes them money. So I think that they have poor business approaches, and I think that anybody who is out there listening to this should consider a different platform because, in my opinion and in my review, Upwork is now trash. And they've been trash for a while, but I promoted them because they're the biggest freelance platform. So I said that you should still use them, and maybe some of you will still use them and some of you will still make a lot of money there. But in my opinion, trash, and I won't be using them ever again unless I can't think of any situation I would. If I need to hire freelancers for something, I'll probably go to a different platform or just through personal referrals and stuff like that. That's all I got for this video. Thanks so much for watching, and I really appreciate all of you who have tuned in over the years. I appreciate those who have stuck with me from the beginning when this channel was super small. I just started it. When I started it, I was making content for the Fastlane forum. It was just for that small forum. It wasn't meant to grow into something huge. But then we put a little more effort into it, and the channel started to get followers. Now we're up to almost 10,000 people that want content that I can no longer provide for you because my headspace is just completely different now. I'm not in that space anymore. I'm not freelancing, but the content is still valuable. Go out there, consume it if you want to, and I hope that you get value from it. And that's that. So that's all I got for this video. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you when I see you.